And we are back, guys. Welcome back to Words and Night Worlds interview number 2. I'm your host, Cameron Nelson, and today we got Mr. Butch Slaughter.
Hello, Cameron.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Are you ready for these interviews?
I'm ready to be back. This is my second time on this show.
And we love to have you every time you're here, all right?
Yes.
No more introductions, let's get right into it.
Okay.
Okay, Butch, let me ask you this. Everybody's dying to know. How in the world did you get involved with radio and storytelling?
And that's a good question. And I have to be very precise about it. I was trying to meet Kyle Long because of his position. It was working with a lot of artists. And I came right up to him and said, hey, I want to get some people on to perform here at the hospital. He was working for the hospital at the time. And he was kind of leery of me, because he didn't know me. And then he said, well, do you know Herbert Miller? And Herbert Miller is an icon producer that we all know. He's like Barry Gordy.
Yeah, of course.
So he said, I said, yes, I do. You want to meet him? So I knew I had him there. So I went on my merry way and called Herb Miller. Kept calling, kept calling. He didn't answer. After weeks, he finally called and answered my conversation.
Glad that you did.
And said that he would come for an interview. Well, Herb came and Kyle had a great interview with him. And I found out a lot of things that happened behind the scenes that I didn't know. Because Herb Miller was, like I said, Barry Gordy of our label. So I knew him very well. So after about a few weeks of getting people on the show, Kyle said, Herman, have you ever taken any voice lessons for broadcasting or anything? I said, no. He said, have you ever been on the radio as a job? I said, no. He said, well, what would you think about doing this? And he explained it to me, and I said, well, yes, that would be great. So that's how it began.
Wow, that's amazing. One interaction, different courses, that's actually amazing. So how do your personal connections kind of shape into your work? Like, how do you fit in your connections with your work?
Actually, it's from people that I already know. To do what I want to do, I don't have to go outside my personal friends I already know.
Wow.
A lot of people run into me. Actually, I actually believe this is my destiny.
Amen.
And he steers me to people. I might meet someone like you, and you play. Oh, by the way, do you play an instrument? Or you look like you're into music. Why, yes, I am. And there we go.
And there we go. It just starts off from there.
It keeps happening. It keeps happening. But also where I lived was in the heart of the black community. And everybody knew everybody. As I was telling you, my parents knew both of my wives. And they weren't in music at all. But my extended family was, my siblings, my cousin and my uncle. So that really, my neighborhood and location, that was mainly it, and my activities on the avenue. The other thing though, I was a band leader. I was not a musician.
You was a band leader.
There was a lot of conflict with a lot of musicians, because if you didn't play an instrument, to them you weren't really a musician.
That's interesting.
But they had to learn that artistic talents transcend in different ways. I couldn't do what I couldn't do with my fingers and my hands. I did with my voice, my throat.
That's amazing.
And like I'm a songwriter.
Yeah.
How does a songwriter write a song? Unless you make your own technique. I'm a lyricist. I don't play anything. But if you sit down and you could play, and you played some chords,
Yeah.
I'd come up with something pretty quick.
That's very
If not on the spot, the next time I see you, I'd had a song if I liked it, what was happening. Did that answer your question?
Yes, I did. Thank you so much. Wow, you got really deep into that one. I kind of like that. I really like that response. So I have a question for you. What was your biggest influences and how did they kind of shape you into the person that you are today, exploring music and history?
Well, actually, I grew up in a musical family.
Mm.
Both of my cousins played keyboard, and my great uncle, he played keyboard. He was a choir director,
Okay.
and then my big cousin, he was a great composer.
Mm.
He worked for James Cleveland and a lot of other great gospel artists that young people don't really remember. And he had an organ,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a piano in his bedroom, full-sized,
Oh, wow. At home studio.
when he was 12 years old.
Wow.
At 12 years old, he was traveling with big stars like Mahalia Jackson
Wow.
and other people. So much history I can't really continue.
Mm.
But he tried to teach me how to play keyboards,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't do it because I have a physical handicap with my hands.
Mm.
So they didn't allow me to have the spread and strength needed to play the
Mhm.
piano. So my mother-in-law also was a great jazz singer.
Oh, wow.
Her name was Flo Garvin. And I was going with her daughter. We eventually got married.
Oh, congratulations.
And she could sing like her mother.
Mm.
And so that prompted me to do that.
Gotcha.
Also, I was at college. I was on campus at Anderson University.
Mm.
And my good friend, best friend, he was going to Ball State.
Oh.
And he came by the campus, he said, "But you got to go into the hood and see what's going on." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, you need to go see." So I went and found out it was Rodney Stepp
Wow.
and the Diplomats. They had just recorded a record. They were child stars.
Mhm.
He was like 14. So I said, "Oh man," because my background was in choir.
Right.
I said, "This is great." I said, "Now," in my mind just started thinking, I said, "I can get my wife, and we can make a group, and we can work together."
Yeah, bring it to the. Never heard nothing like that.
So, years later, it started. I put my group together, and we were doing a gig for the ISTA, for the Teachers Association, at the ISTA building. I think it's still there. My mother-in-law, both of my mother-in-laws were there.
Mm.
Dorothea Hart was the piano player for Crispus Attucks, and so she knew all the kids. In fact, the lead singer that I had at the time in my group studied under her as well.
Wow. Coincidence.
And Rodney Stepp tried to steal my lead singer because they didn't really have any singers. You know who Rodney Stepp is? Okay. And he wasn't going for it. But those were my two major influences.
That is very interesting. Wow. It's actually kind of crazy. Thank you. So, in between the grapevines, I've been hearing speculations that you plan on having a podcast. What is that about?
Well, basically, I'll just say this. I'm a talent agent. and have been for many years,
Mm-hmm.
all the way back to '89.
Oh, wow.
The union gave me a license.
Mm-hmm.
Up until recent history, because our country is against unions, and I did it because of the vote situation and gambling. Well, it took dips and turns away,
Mm-hmm.
and it changed as it evolved on down. So then I start seeing things on present day television,
Mm-hmm.
and I see Sun Records, it's a
Mhm.
white label. I see the Nashville Insider.
Mm-hmm.
I see Indy Now on the TV, and I said, well, wait a minute. Now I've seen some people that really, they're amateurs in comparison to a lot of people
Mhm.
that I know. So I said, well, I need a platform for the experienced persons.
Right.
And with all this technology, and I'm a camera buff myself, that's what led me toward that. What you see is what you get.
Right.
So if you see this group, if I go to the Point nightclub or the AJ's, and I film this group that I'm promoting,
Uh-huh.
and it's on the net, and I can send it to individuals, exact individuals. It's just another tool that is very important. Like I said, what you see is what you get. In my day, we had to go somewhere and audition.
Mm-hmm.
Now we don't have to do that.
It's all over the place now.
It could be a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Not only that, we can do shows specifically just for the program.
Yeah.
We can invite all these people,
Mm-hmm.
people from out of town, stars that have already made it. I want to be syndicated.
Mm-hmm.
I've already gotten awards, national awards. Edward R. Morrow, I can't even say it. I didn't even know who he was, really, as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just like it was already written. Everything I'm doing, I was already supposed to do that. I've been a camera buff all my life. My father was an amateur photographer.
Mm-hmm.
He had Canons, he had 8mm film,
Mm-hmm.
and then he stopped developing because he had children and it was dangerous.
Right.
But that's what got me into the need. Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. And so, what would you say is your mission once you get this platform set out?
To do exactly what Motown did. They created a review, a tour,
Mm-hmm.
and they documented it. Now I don't have to have as many performances because I can video them. But that's how they broke their artist. The Motown tour came first, and then they had the records.
Mm-hmm.
It's elementary.
Thank you. Well, it looks like we have reached our conclusion. Butch, just from me to you and to the audience, is there anything that you would like to tell us, words of encouragement, any advice that you would like to tell the audience before we get up out of here?
If you feel that you have something that you do well, pursue it. If you have a talent for music, pursue it. There are all kinds of careers in the communications field, and all of that includes sports and music, the biggest two markets that there are. So study it, get serious about it, and hold on to your dreams, because if you don't utilize what God has given you, you're not serving God.
Amen to that. And again, guys, this is episode 2 from the Words and Night Worlds podcast. Again, we also have a magazine too. If you guys are interested in that, everything will be in the link in the description below. Thank you. And Butch, I believe he has something to say as well.
The thing that I really need, if this meant something to you today, I need your contribution, because you will be helping me help other people. I'm gonna give you a little secret. I'm 77. I'm not gonna be here much longer, so I gotta get this going. Help me, y'all.
Well, we will certainly see what we can do. Thank you, Mr. Butch Hartman. So, Butch, if you could you please tell us about your record company?
Yes, and it was inspired by finding out that over in Europe, they wanted some more words of wisdom music. We had a release, as I told you, 3 records. When they asked, do you have any more blank unreleased material? And I said, no, but then I did have something. And it was something that one of my singers had produced. And he's passed, he died. And it wasn't being handled right, so I was a publisher at the time, so I made an agreement between the person that needed the music and my other friend needed some money. His name was Tony Coates. He's deceased as well. And he was a very accomplished songwriter. And to make a long story short, it failed and nothing happened. And they lost track of everything. And then through Kyle Long, I got reunited with the material. So then I called the people in London and said, yeah, I got something. And they put it out.
Wow.
You can go online right now and hear it. You can't buy it because they were only contracted to do 250 copies. Yep. Because anyway, then that's when I said, this is the next best step. And so this is what my label looks like. I didn't release anything on it, so I just had everything ready to go, and it's still that way. I do the artwork, by the way. I'm an artist too.
Wow, man of many hats.
And this is the actual disc, and that's the name of the song is "Coming at Ya." It's about our good coach and now they're starting off good. We don't have no trouble deciding who the quarterback is, and I'm ready to go. So I'm mentioning the label because that's one of our direct fundraising tools. Also, this shirt is our commemorative T-shirt. Can you see that? Those are pictures my fellow peer group, Rodney Stebb, Funk Incorporated, Vanguards, all the people that they're on there, the most important people.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Sound ripping and ready to go to me.
Everything's lined up. We're at the starting gate. And we need y'all too.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He needs you.
Hello. Now you see the face that goes with the name Herman Butch Slaughter. I am part of the Living Legends group that helped to create the funk scene of the Ohio Valley. I was a band leader over 50 years ago and have been in recluse until the year 2020. That's when I began working with my friend and co-producer, Kyle Long. That experience added to the various skills I have learned. Now it's time for phase 2 of my return to the lifelong dream of writing songs, consulting other artists, and recording new music as a publisher. Although I was in recluse, my mind was still working. I continued to study and prepare the avenues needed for my agenda. Divinely guided, I meticulously recruited like-minded professionals to be on the board of directors of Naptown Review Tours Limited. The mission of the nonprofit is to preserve the funk genre and promote, nurture, market, educate, and seek opportunities and resources for tours we plan to launch. We are launching an internet television show that will promote soul music venues and artists, both seniors and youth that play soul music. We are union advocates and will act as booking agents for artists that meet our standards. We are launching a non-profit record label. The label design has been trademarked. Our commemorative t-shirt is also done. We are promoting the Naptown, Indianapolis sound, and will be promoting our legitimate brand name. Our entertainment scene has had several nicknames: Circle City, now Indy. But in Europe, our city is not Indianapolis, but Naptown, and is known for soul music, thanks to Now and Again Records out of Los Angeles. They are the hip-hop sampling kings. We have remote multi-track recording capabilities. We are creating a documentary, Naptown's Funk Music Day, proclaimed by Mayor Joe Hogsett last March 16th. We have a wish list: 2 Sony Zoom video cameras, 1 Behringer 8-bus mixer, an audio recording microphone Snake. Naptown is a sports and entertainment city. We will fund our mission by performance admissions and recording and releasing danceable sports tailgating songs, and will become a professional fundraiser for other nonprofits. Our donation needs amounts to $5,000. Our board of directors includes CEO Director of Operations Herman L. Slaughter, Secretary and Treasurer Gary Amos, Director of Education and Public Relations Professor Trevor Potts, Director of Business and State Affairs Attorney Carolyn Powers, and Director of Audio Video Technology Larry Sledge. Thank you very much, and tune in for the future with Naptown Review Tours Limited.